In this video we'll work on Ruth chapter 3 verses 12 and 13. Generated text is identical. But another man is a closer than me, kinsman redeemer. But another man is a closer kinsman redeemer than me. Okay. In our analysis system, we always put the standard of the comparison. Okay, for a comparative adjective, you see there, the degree is comparative. In a comparison, the standard of the comparison, this noun phrase, is always embedded in the adjective phrase, because that works well whether the adjective phrase is being used attributively, like it is here, or predicatively. You may remember earlier we had an example. This book is better than that book. So, the standard of the comparison is always embedded in the adjective phrase. But if the adjective phrase is being used attributively, then we want the standard, the noun phrase containing the standard, to come after the head noun. So let's go to our rule right here. Okay, we have a rule for comparison constructions already. Okay, so this is for predicative. When the adjective is being used predicatively, let's make a note. Let's add a new structure for when the adjective phrase is being used attributively. So we need a noun phrase around here, around this one. Okay, and now this is being used attributively. So the standard is still in here. And we want to move the standard out to here, and it needs to be positioned after the head noun. Remember, there's a head noun in here. We can insert it. Either way is fine. It's not necessary, but okay. So this is our head noun. So this is kinsman redeemer in this example. A closer kinsman redeemer than me. So we want this noun phrase to be moved out into this noun phrase, and then it will be positioned after the head noun. We still want to put our comparison marker in here. Okay. Now we want to position this noun phrase after it's moved out of the adjective phrase and into this noun phrase. It needs to be positioned after the head noun. Let's go ahead and try this. Make sure this works fine. But another man is a closer kinsman redeemer than me. Okay, so this has been moved out. You'll see here it's positioned after the head noun, kinsman redeemer, but it says inserted at end by phrase structure rule. That's never good. We should specify this noun phrase in our phrase structure rule for noun phrases. So let's give this a label. Let's go back to this noun phrase. Okay, let's set a feature on here. Okay, we have this feature called noun phrase location in phrase. This isn't a genitive. Let's add a new value. Let's call it post-nominal. Okay, we could have called this something like standard of comparison, but let's keep the name generic, post-nominal. So we'll select this. So now this will be moved out into this noun phrase with the value of post-nominal. So now let's go to our phrase structure rule for noun phrases and insert a new noun phrase here into this group. Noun phrase, post-nominal. Okay, there it is. Let's not put it up there. Let's put it down here. Okay, post-nominal. Generated text is identical, and now it's not being inserted at the end. It's positioned by the phrase structure rule. That's the last sentence in this verse. Generated text is identical. Let's save it. Generated text is identical. Generated text is identical. Okay, become. I don't think we'll need this rule. Redeem. I don't think we'll need this rule. Okay, generated text is identical. If that man wants to become your kinsman redeemer, I'll certainly redeem you. If that man doesn't want. Okay, so the polarity here is negative. This was inserted by layer 4, row 3. Layer 4, row 3. Conditional third singular. We need a negative conditional third singular. Let's keep these together. Let's move this one. Let's move this row up there. And now let's copy this row and make it third singular. Okay, negative third singular. Okay. Okay, doesn't, and then the stem. Generated text is identical. Generated text is identical. So lie until the morning here. So lie here until the morning. Okay, this is definitely better. But this is the sort of thing that it's very difficult for us to do. These are two obliques. It's not oblique 1 or oblique 2 or anything like that. Just an oblique. And for us to order these, that's up to the MTTs. We never expect TBTA to produce perfect drafts. We always rely on the MTTs to polish the text, make it more natural, and this is the sort of thing that we rely on them to do. So we're going to leave this alone. That's the last sentence in the verse. Okay, same issue. So lie here until the morning. Okay, we're going to save it. That's up to the MTTs. And we're ready to work on verse 14.